Okay, so the place I was told to go. Between the fog and the smoke, I'll probably sneeze through this whole video. So this is a cheese business. It's like oh my god. Alfalfa. Nebraska sucks for me. Usually it's not this bad, but with the smoke and the fog, it makes it worse. Anyway, my car won't start. The folks who let me park there, well, they didn't let me park there. That's the thing, it's a business. I was told that they're one of the places where if you have to stay overnight, it's alright. But with my vehicle dying, it won't just be overnight. And my vehicle doesn't exactly look sightly. And, yeah, business owners don't tend to like that. And if my vehicle is stuck there, and the business owner believes it might be affecting business, it might get towed. Also, if they've been allowing people to do that for a night or two, there's a chance they might decide not to. So, some of these are definite possibilities, and some of them are, they could happen. You never know. You never know, and your bad luck could turn into bad luck for everybody. Or bad public opinion for everybody. Which is bad luck for everybody. Oh, I feel so gross right now. All snotted up. Anyway, there's starting to be more moisture here. And I got a little bit of an education on why that issue happens with my ignition. Also, I'm smart enough to fix it as long as I know it needs fixed. Young Hispanic filler pointed at what I needed to fix and told me how to fix it. And how do I know he was Hispanic? I don't. I just assumed since he had a Hispanic first name that, yeah, he was probably of Hispanic origin. But I knew a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white kid named Sergio, so you never know. He pointed at the part that I needed to fix. He said, well, you can either take that off and pop the piece apart and clean the contacts, which I already knew how to do. I was looking at replacing the entire system, and it was going to be like $160. And it looked very time and labor intensive. Oh yeah, and I didn't have $160 to spend, so there's that too. But with him showing me what I needed to fix and telling me how to fix it, I was able to pop it open and get it fixed. It was perfect. Anyway, the restaurant thing back there, they have livestock in town, which I think is against the law, except they have a special permit because it's a petting zoo. That's right, you can have a zoo in the middle of the city. So I think that's kind of how they get away with it. That's like Tillamook's version of a zoo or something. And it's pretty cool. I like the animals there. Well, I just like animals in general, but you know what I'm saying. So it's a pleasant enough place to be. I'm worried that if my car won't start, I'm not going to get to show any of the evidence. It's going to get towed and I'll never get it back. And that can't be allowed to happen. That evidence is more important than my life, and that is not a joke. It's also not a threat, it's a statement of fact. The shit that I've gone through, and the shit that a lot of other people have gone through, can help to show where the problems are in this system and help sew up the cracks. Like when you've got a situation where you've got a person that's both intelligent and disabled, the rights are supposed to overlap and they don't. So the intent is not being met. When they can take away your rights as an intelligent human being because you're disabled and take away your disabilities, or take away your rights as a disabled person, because you're intelligent, it's kind of a screwed up system. It's a catch-22. Oh, you're disabled, you can't be intelligent. Oh, you're intelligent, you can't be disabled. No, I can be both, and I am both. Right now I'm trying to walk as straight-legged as I can without dragging my feet. I'm trying to, you can probably, it's not pointed towards my feet. That's cool. I do walk kind of weird. It depends on which part of me hurts the most at that point in time, at this point. The place that I was told to go park by, God, what is that place called? I had the flyer flowing in my car, and if that doesn't work, in my bag that I got with me, it's got my tablet in it, and I recorded the calls on it, of course. These folks seem pretty alright. At first, I was kind of afraid it would be similar to a couple of the other services that I was told to call that ended up being women's only. And when I called this place, it specifically stated it was a women's line, but then the lady who told me to call them and said that the stuff that I'd showed her already, that those people need to see. They're setting up an appointment with me for tomorrow. Or she's gonna call me in the morning and set up a time to meet with them and to discuss possible housing and food as well, and getting my disability back here. There's a lot of places where I went because I was told that's where I was supposed to go, And this is the one place I kind of just ended up in. Well, some of the other ones I did too because my vehicle broke down, but this one I ended up in not because my vehicle was broke, but because, according to the state of Oregon and all their websites, I wasn't able to find any information on any of these places costing $30. Matter of fact, the Oregon sites, they all said, well, there's only like 2 or 3 of them that it takes you to. They're all attached to the same web page series, and it's all Oregon, so anyway, they all say that it's free to park or free to camp in those places for 14 days out of 45 is what it says on the sign in the campsites. And also on the signs in the campsites, it says that it's $20 walk-in and $10 per vehicle. I hate getting all snotted up. Anyway, that kind of puts it in the realm of hurry up and wait. It is a scary situation for me because sometimes that hurry up and wait turns into wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and eventually you get buried under the other calls you gotta make. I mean, you can't just wait on somebody to help. If they're taking their dear sweet time, you gotta find someone else. And when your experience is that most people are just gonna take their dear sweet time, well, best not to put all your eggs in one basket. Now this place here, they say that they help the way that I need somebody to from the beginning. They said they'll help me to make the police reports and turn them in if there's well, I explained I'm scared of the cops and why. At least a little bit anyway. I also explained, at least in part, that the cops here and a lot of the people here have been really super nice. The helping hands thing, that'll hopefully happen in the next few days. But if they got somebody else, you know, they have to call up and see if there's an opening. So a couple of these places, I guess, have made calls already to the same place to see if there's an opening. Even though I told them already there's not, because we already called. But they called just to verify, which is very cool, because that means that, well, at least they are checking on it. One of the ladies said, well, it might have changed since earlier today. Well, all right. That's actual effort, like there and then. That's not, hey, let's postpone it for 3 weeks, but we'll do it every 3 days. We'll set it up for you to try again, and at the end of that, we'll see how many days we can waste of your time before we ever do anything. Oh yeah, and how many crimes are committed against you in that 3-week period. It is pretty cool. The lady that I talked to, she seemed to not be completely stupid. And that officer yesterday seemed to not be completely stupid. I'm absolutely certain that him and the officer with him were well aware of what human rights are, and also aware of how to de-escalate a situation. Obviously, they'd already met her, and obviously they felt that I was sane enough to not have a problem or an issue. Also, being as I got a YouTube channel, they knew they was being recorded. That makes it so the evidence is out there, and yeah, I think that officer did a really good job, actually, comparatively with the rest of the nation. I did not necessarily get the outcome that I wanted, but I feel that the outcome that we got was probably the best outcome for the situation. Nobody's dead, nobody's in jail, nobody's shot, nobody's on their way to prison. Nobody died. Nobody's hurt. Maybe a little bit of pride. But I don't give a fuck about your pride. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people where pride is all they got as a human being to be proud of. Well, I got pride. Well, and that's the one thing that they're actually going to hold on to is their hope or faith for living. What do you do when that's gone? I know people who threaten to kill themselves because they wanted help being more Jesus-like. Like, are you kidding me? You can't do that yourself? If you want to be kind to people, then be kind to them. Well, I get angry, and sometimes I think things that are... Yeah, sometimes people are dickheads. Sometimes people are dickheads. You thought impure thoughts? You thought about kicking somebody in the balls? You found out some dude was screwing around with your wife and you thought about doing things that, yeah, please don't tell me what you thought about doing. But yeah, you're a human being and you also have that whole jealousy thing going on. If you're ultra-Christian and you believe in what the Bible says, well, let me tell you a story about a lady named Kimberly Jepson. She was pretty Christian. Likely still is. But I believe it was in our yearbook or maybe the school newsletter, I don't remember. She said that jealousy was the most useless emotion. Well, according to the book that those people hold so dear, their God is a jealous God, and man is created in God's image. And everything there is a purpose, or to everything there is a purpose, sorry. When you look at the book and you look at it as a jealousy thing, that's a protective thing. For a lot of people, when they say my wife, well, that denotes property in many situations. Now, when you say my family, absolutely that is understandable. My family, the people that I protect, the people that I love and I care about, my family. But when I say my family, people don't understand. My friends are my family, because my family is shit. But then again, my friends aren't real family because I'm not related to them. A lot of these people told me I'm family to them, and then, of course, they told me that their families were threatened and that they couldn't help me because of that. They couldn't come forward and tell the truth because of that. And I see them and what they do for their families, and I already knew that's the way it was gonna be. I was just hoping that there was somebody that wasn't completely full of shit. That don't happen often. Once in a while, though. I'm walking around looking for a snipe. I found 20 cents earlier, so I'm not completely broke anymore. Looking at a bright side, right? It's something. But I do really feel like I'm screwing over the folks that helped me out, or could potentially screw over the folks that helped me out. The ones, anyway, that told me to go to that particular establishment. Optimally, I'd like to be there or be gone by the time they open tomorrow. Not just the fact that my vehicle is unsightly, it's also the fact that I'm pretty fucking tired. If I do go to sleep, probably the next sound that I would hear is cops knocking on my window with their flashlights. Oh. No good tobacco's in there. They're all wet. Oh well. I hope everybody's safe. But I know everybody's not. I know that the difference between somebody getting help and somebody ending up dead is whether or not they have family that actually cares. When you're going through a lot of pain and they keep on interrupting you to talk over you and tell you how much they care, or to tell you that you were wrong about what you went through and your experiences and your emotions, now, those are very bad parenting skills. A lot of folks say, oh, you should listen to your parents. Your parents love you more than anybody, so they know best. Well, that ain't true. Not in every case. Anyway, I'm over by Fred Meyer. I'm staying off of Fred Meyer property, though. Not because I'm afraid they'll call the cops on me. It's because I don't know if that lady is prowling that property at what hours, so it's easier just to avoid her if I stay off that side of the street. Some people are nuttier than fucking school turds. Also, I'm hoping they went to Portland, but I'm not wanting to go over there and check that area to see. I figure if I don't hear anything in a week, I'll probably see about coming back and doing some shopping here. There's some stuff I want to get. Fred Meyer is actually cheaper on like one or two items than Walmart. And most everything else, yeah, it's hard to compete with Walmart, but those couple of items are pretty important and pretty useful. I'm gonna go back to my car and try one more time to start it up. Hopefully there's a place I can park for just a few hours, because I don't want to screw anybody over. I don't want to get anybody in the future who might have the possibility of utilizing that place for an emergency night's sleep. And yeah, that's what fleeing abuse is today. It's going straight to homelessness, living in your car and being told from one parking lot to the next that you're not allowed to live there. From one town to the next, you're not allowed to live there. From one forest to another, well, you're not allowed to live there. They keep you spending all your money moving. So, I don't know if I should give it another try to start my car, because I don't know if there's people who actually live out there on the property, or if it's just the animals. I would imagine that it is not just the animals, and that over-revving my vehicle while the starter is running so that I can try to get enough juice so that I can turn off the starter and keep it running. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I tried it twice tonight, and both times it ran for just a little bit longer on its own. But if I ever do it, it's actually going to burn out everything. Everything gets really hot, and it'll wear out my starter, possibly break the teeth off of my starter or off the flywheel, and then I'll be screwed. Inch by inch, it's all a cinch, right? Stuff on that car is falling apart faster and more expensive than I'm able to afford to repair it. I gotta prioritize and triage it. What's essential for running and functioning? Alright, that's what we'll use. That's what we'll fix. Try not to spend any money that I don't absolutely have to, because that money is supposed to be used for me to survive on. Now I don't have that income anymore. And I want to scream at the top of my lungs because I fucking hurt. When I say I am tired of walking, I can't even say that. My body hates me for walking. My whole fucking body hurts from walking. But I gotta save gas, and I still have to run around all these places. I'm trying to nurse the tank of gas that I have the best that I can. I also try to make sure that I record everything, what I'm up to, the decisions I'm making, what's going on in my life that's affecting those decisions or forcing those decisions. A lot of people, they jump straight to the violent solutions and killing people solutions, and I'm against that. When you remove those two options, you might find an actual solution. Alright. We're finally getting closer to where my car's parked. And then I don't know what to do. The whole thing is full top to bottom. I just need a place where I can park and be left alone for a bit. There's something supposed to be going on in the morning, and I know that at 4 a.m. the skate park, you can actually start walking through it again, so it's only, what, about 2 hours away, it looks like. A little over 2. I definitely want to sleep in longer than that. I'm pretty sure the office of the place is going to talk to me tomorrow. I think they open up at 9, so I'm in too much pain to sleep, but I am too tired to stay awake. It's incredibly stupid. Another one of those catch-22s. Oh, that was regrettable. Alright. I know that if I'm recording, people are less likely to do stupid shit. It's no guarantee, but you would hope. In some situations, it was really no deterrent whatsoever, but in a lot of them, it absolutely was perfect deterrent for the situation. There's a lot of people whose brains are boiled fucking stupid. Poor dumb bastards. Stuff they want to threaten, harass, and intimidate people over. And people say, oh, well, you should have beaten this person up, and you should have beaten that person up. And if they'd have disrespected me like that, and if they'd have threatened my family like that, like shit, why the hell everybody gotta jump to violent solutions? It's stupid. I'm a mean son of a bitch verbally. I'm a different person on the internet because it's somebody that I have to be. If I was hurt in person and taken seriously in person, well, I wouldn't have to take it to the internet. I wouldn't have to scream at the top of my lungs. If they'd stop lowering my loved ones into the ground, or of course, incinerating them and grinding their bones into dust. When you're homeless, that's what they do with your corpse. You get incinerated like they did to the Jews in World War II. You don't get a proper burial. It's too expensive. For those of you who are sentimental, and I do get sentimental, you can think about that for a bit. I don't swap sentiments for reality unless those sentiments are realistic. If it's realistic that it's hot as hell and you really don't need a blanket to stay warm, Well, realistically, if it's hot as fuck and it's sunny, that blanket will still do you some good. So if someone tells you, hey, why didn't you just throw away that blanket? It's hot as fuck. Well, you can still use it. That wasn't the point I was gonna originally try making, but I'm tired of shit, and it was the best I could do on what little sleep I got. I don't know what time the petting zoo opens. What I thought was the front door earlier isn't, so I didn't get to see what it says on the front door. I don't know what kind of animal that is over there snoring, but it is an animal. I went over there earlier and checked just to make sure. This place has electric car charging stations galore. So I guess that part isn't exactly Nebraskan. There are so many Teslas up here. Teslas are like they seem to be the Subaru of Oregon. I do feel like the situation I'm in here might screw people over. So I'm gonna set my alarm for 6 a.m. just in case. Because if I sit in my seat with the intent of starting my car, I might just accidentally pass out right now. That's how screwed up it is. I'm in a lot of pain, so I'd be lucky if that happened, but sometimes it does because I'm exhausted. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.